Today in the battle arena, well, we've got Spider-Man going up against one of his most powerful villains ever, Carnage. Basically, think about it like if the Joker got wrapped up in the Venom symbiote. Yeah, that's Carnage. And who cares if they're from different universes? Because apparently that doesn't even matter anymore. That's not a dish on No Way Home. I'm super excited for that movie. Anyways, who wins this fight? Who's going to come out on top here? Well, let's find out. What's up, guys? I'm Daniel. This is DanCo. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn notifications. More videos like this one every week. Also, go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. Link in the description down below. So also, sign off in the comments for any future videos that you'd love to see. Now let's get into the fight. Now Carnage was a freaking nut. As strong and as tough and as powerful and as loud as you could possibly want him to be. The only thing that might make it better is that they gave that movie an R rating. I mean, could you imagine this scene if it had been rated R? He really would have earned his name Carnage then. But basically, Carnage is just as powerful as you'd want him to be. He's strong enough to casually throw around cars, like casually chuck them all around with his tendrils. He's taking down helicopters out of the air. But probably most impressively, also most importantly, he's matching up against Venom and just completely overpowering the guy. Now Venom, well, he's already strong enough to casually wreck cars, like casually wreck them. And he's strong enough to fight against Riot. And Carnage was just kicking the absolute snot out of him, just kicking the absolute piss out of him. He nearly killed Venom. That's how strong Carnage is. He's also tough enough to where bullets don't faze him one bit. Well, I mean, more often than not, bullets just pass right through him, but either way, immune to bullets. He's also definitely tough enough to take attacks from Venom. Like in a straight up fight, Venom was able to do close to nothing against Carnage. Basically, Carnage was overpowering Venom the whole way through. Venom was convinced he was going to be killed by Carnage, that he was going to die before the fight even started. That's the gap that I'm talking about between these two dudes.
Oh, shit! Where you going? That is a red one! You need to come out right now.
Only downside is Carnage is real weak to sonics and fire. That's how Venom was able to get him in the end. Exploit that weakness. And I guess the bigger they are, the harder they fall, because Venom was hit with these same sonics and all that. But he survived. So I guess Carnage is just a bit more susceptible to those weaknesses. Definitely something Spider-Man can exploit right there. But before we go any further, I want to make sure, remind y'all, go follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all those platforms. Links are down in the description down below. Also, be sure, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel. If you're enjoying this video, if you want to see more content like this one every single week, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and now let's get back to the video. Speaking of Spider-Man, well, let's talk about Tobey for a second. Good old Bully Maguire. He's got the proportionate strength of a spider, obviously, and is strong enough to trade blows and overpower dudes like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, and Venom. He's strong enough to pull down a wall on Gabi, hold up another wall in order to save Mary Jane, and she's just sitting there like the ultimate damsel in distress the whole damn time, not even trying to get up and move. He's held up a trolley with just one hand, and who can forget Spider-Man stopping the train? Like, easily, top 10 superhero moments. Up there with the Dark Knight's interrogation scene, or the portal scene in Avengers Assemble from Endgame. So, Pete's super strong. That's a given. It should also be a given that Spider-Man's also super tough. I mean, he's just been wailed on by almost all of his villains. Doc Ock got some good hits in. My guy Green Goblin sent him flying with a kick, and then just brutally beat him down later on. Venom and Sandman nearly straight up killed the kid. And yet there's Spider-Man. Just keep on chugging along, just keep on keeping on, just keep on stacking up wins. So, Spider-Man's strong. Spider-Man's tough. But come on, dude, let's be real here. Like, this isn't even a debate. This isn't even a conversation. Of course, Venom is stronger. Of course, Venom is tougher than Spider Man. I mean, just look at him go. And that does fit in perfectly with how Spider Man and Carnage line up in the comics as well. Carnage is always stronger, he's always tougher. And so Spider Man always needs to find other ways to take him down. So then what about speed and agility? Can he take him down that way? I mean, this is Spider-Man, that is like his bread and butter. Well, he's fast enough to dodge Green Goblin's little spinning blades. He's dodged some bullets before, dodge attacks from Doc Ock. It's just so clean and smooth with the way he moves. I think it's pretty easy to say that Spider-Man is better than Carnage here. But the problem is that like Carnage isn't bad. In fact, he's probably just as fast and agile as his daddy Venom. I really don't like that I just said daddy Venom. Please, please don't roast me in the comments. And so I think it's gonna play out just the same way as when Spider-Man fought his Venom. Sure, he still might be a bit faster, but Venom can hang in there to a point where it almost doesn't even really matter. And I expect the same thing from Carnage here. I think he's going to do the same exact thing. However, I think one of the biggest things and where we go from here is just their versatility. Like, Spider Man's got his webbing, but it didn't do much against Venom. I don't expect it to do much here. Like, you tell me that this is going to make a lick of difference against this guy. He's got his spider sense, and that'll help him not freaking die right away. But it's really Carnage that I want to focus in on here. Carnage can shapeshift and shoot out tentacles. He can grow to absolutely massive size, like building size. He can form a freaking tornado, but his go-to is just shooting out or throwing around swords and spikes, axes and knives, all at once, all over the place. So, end of the day, who's coming out on top here? Who's going to claim that W? I think it's got to be Carnage. I think it's got to be Carnage. I mean, I just don't think that Spider-Man is strong enough or tough enough in order to beat all this. I mean, Venom nearly killed him a couple times. Probably would have killed him if Harry hadn't swooped in there to help both times. You don't think Carnage can do the same thing? And even if Spider-Man puts two and two together and realizes, oh, this is a symbiote like Venom, gotta make some noise. Even if he realizes it before Carnage kills him, I don't want to necessarily bank on it. I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket because that's Pete's only way of winning. And even then, this Venom was a whole lot more susceptible to noise. So Peter's gonna have to make a whole lot more in order to affect Carnage. And even if he does realize that and he does do it again, I just don't want to bank on that happening. I don't think it's going to happen like 10 times out of 10. I don't think it's going to happen more often than not. More often than not, Carnage is going to kill him. And that pains me to say. I love Spider-Man, but Carnage has got his number here. Yeah, I think Carnage is coming out on top. Carnage wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. To sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure, hit that like button, the subscribe button, and turn notifications from the DanCo army. And I will see y'all next time.